Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is Sunday, and you know what that is. You know what time it is. It is either the beginning or the end of the week. It depends how you look at this kind of thing. But welcome back. As always, we appreciate you being here, and it is great to have you. If you are a dad, happy Father's Day. All right, here in the UK, it is Father's Day. I don't know if it's the same all over the world anyway, but happy Father's Day if you are a dad. I was woken up this morning super early by my delightful 3 children, of which they got me an England football shirt. Let's get it. And some dad chocolate. So anyway, great stuff. But yeah, I didn't say happy birthday then. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And welcome, like I said, to the show. So pretty action-packed ish. All right, ish. We'll take a look at what's going on from the charts. And as the title says, the most obvious signal so far, this isn't a chart-based signal. So if you've come for like the most up-to-date, unique perspective when it comes to technical analysis, it's probably not going to be the stream for you. However, there are some macro signals that are telling us one thing that I think we should be aware of, all right? Also, I'm just gonna put it out there right now. I was trying to play with my kids today on the scooters that they have, and I completely stacked it. So I'm really uncomfortable sat here. I've got like a plaster here, look. So I'm about to like attach a plaster, which is like my literally my arm is just like continually non-stop bleeding, has basically not stopped bleeding all day. And I've got my back, and anyway, you guys don't need to know about that. But welcome in, as always. We appreciate you being here. We will get right into it because, like I said, there is a lot to talk about. Shout out to TikTok joining us as well. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, let's bring it up. Let's bring the charts up. Let's bring the screen up. Let's do everything we need to do. Let me just reposition TikTok so it can see the price action here on BTC. Let me move this one here so I can see what you guys are talking about. And I think we're good to go. All right, I think we're good to go. So, yeah, but anyway, hope you all had a good day. All right, hope you had a good day. Shout out to Pat Sonic in the building. What's going on, Husky? Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Tomato Pete is here. Magic Craig's here. Tim with a 7 months. Let's get it, Tim. Shout out to one and only Tim Shea Crypto. Love that, by the way. I feel like maybe one of the children's been playing around with my microphone today. But anyway, we will endeavor to get through this. Like Daniel Bedingfield once says, we got to get through this. Okay, so what do we got with Bitcoin? A couple of interesting signals. Although I said it wasn't going to be about specifically the charts, but it is kind of interesting to see what's going on. Now, the macro headline is obviously that Iran has closed the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, surprise, surprise. I mean, we talked about that on Friday, and I said I would be amazed if we come out of this weekend not with the Straits closed and not with this deal completely thrown out the window, which kind of looks like that's about to happen, all right? It kind of feels like it is. Pre-markets, therefore, I would expect some pretty challenging market opens, all right? We have to be mindful of what that looks like. But there is a couple of interesting things happening here on BTC on the 8-hour chart. So you have this big bear flag coming in. Shout out to Larry Longs in the building, giving us a really obvious sign. But you've also got a couple of others. So this is the higher time frame that we were talking about. Now, obviously, from Friday, this kind of invalidated the initial move to the downside. But look at this now coming in. So this downward sloping trend line that's now starting to play out on here. Now, what does this mean? It means this becomes a really interesting point in price analysis, because actually you could argue for a number of different things. One would be that you get a small wick to the small wick to the upside, and then you reject against this continuation trend line to the downside. Okay, so this is kind of telling us that macro is down at the minute. All right. You then have this bit in the middle here, which then is kind of saying, well, how aggressive does this move go? Or does it maybe not go as quite as aggressive as maybe we think? And you can see here that you have the upper support line coming in, which is here. In fact, is there a better way to do this? I don't think I want emojis. Do I want this? Nope. There's no what I need. Is there not like a little... I thought there was like a little symbol button that I could use. Icons. Oh, maybe it's here, look. Yes, perfect. Okay. That really does not help me at all, actually. Where's the drawing one? Oh, it's there, look. Arrows. Okay. So this is... Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing here? This is kind of where you've got the upper support line. I'm just going to go back to drawing it with a white line. It's way easier than what I've been doing there. I thought there was better arrows than that. Okay, don't matter. So yeah, look, here is the support line that we've been looking at to the upside. So this is kind of where we potentially wick up to this, but you've got a couple of key price points. So first would be, I mean, if you take the 4-hour chart, don't forget the weekly close is coming in 3 hours 56 minutes. So basically the 4-hour chart is the end of this. So you might get a small wick at market open. First would be 64,346, which is there, right? So that could be the first point. You get a little bit higher there on the 4 hour at 64.5 and the upper range at 64.6. So you could argue and say, well, between 64.6 or maybe just slightly over, for fuck's sake, and just below it at that range, that is kind of where I think the trading box comes in. Now, if we break above and we hold above, you could say, well, okay, maybe the market isn't quite as bearish as it was before. Therefore, this may give us some more upside momentum that comes into the market, potentially. If it doesn't get to this point and it curls to the downside, you can see the 21-day moving average also curls to the downside, then you can kind of get into a world of going, okay, well, then the market is kind of cooked right now, and it is definitely not giving us any good news that comes in. Now, obviously, we've been discussing about the fact that I think and have been thinking that the market is going to be going down and that ultimately that's kind of where we expect it to go to. I don't think that's unusual, by the way. Now, again, we did talk about the fact that we probably see this market push to the upside. The more and more we kind of have this whole Iran situation and this kind of like non-existent bull market move, the more I kind of think, well, maybe we don't quite get the higher ranges that people maybe believe that's coming, which is kind of wild, right? Which is kind of wild when you think about it. But the fact of the matter is that the expectation here is a curl to the downside. Probably more to do with the 200-day moving average, 200-week moving average, by the way, the big yellow line here at the top around $68,000. As you can see, this continues to come to the downside. But the short term here is absolutely playing out very, very obvious. Now, you could take all of this and say, well, actually, I have a rising wedge or a rising channel here, which, you know, generally speaking, what happens on rising channels? Well, if you remember, we've discussed this a number of times. What am I doing here? It's like I've never used this before. You come into the channel, you retest, and you bounce as you move the way up. And then what normally happens is you come to the downside. It's a very obvious pattern and it follows that route. So again, even if you're just looking at possibly every single metric and pattern that sits within this, you kind of, in my opinion, get to a world where you're like, okay, I struggle to believe this goes anywhere else. Even if you stick it on the daily candles here, again, you can kind of say, well, even if we were to take all of these off, right, which I can do, just take all this off, and you say, well, okay, if you take this move to the downside, it's really annoying that it's actually yellow. Let's go to the white. So you take that move to the downside, as we've then seen, and then you assume you have a rising channel here. It's a very, very obvious pattern, right? It's a very obvious pattern, I think. And then the pattern then breaks to the downside, okay? So again, you've got the 21-day moving average curling down. You've got the 200-week moving average coming down as well. It's all a very obvious pattern, in my personal opinion, by the way, that tells us we're going down, all right? Let's go on Fairground. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Don't forget, everybody, do smash the like button to a brand new all-time high. I don't know what's been going on recently with, like, the whole live stream scenario, like... It is probably for the first time where I'm just thinking, man, is it really even worth me doing live streams at the minute rather than doing like a Discord group? So do make sure you smash the like button, sharing the live stream, all of that kind of good stuff, please, as you would be, because it does help out pushing the channel out, as in like we have like 30 people in here, which is bizarre. And obviously the stream that was all a bit weird the other night, I don't know what happened as well. So, you know, just share it out, make sure people are aware of it. Otherwise, it genuinely just get to a point where it's like, what the hell is the point of streaming to like 25 people? It's just a pointless exercise. But anyway, more on that if it continues. But yeah, anyway, smash the like button, all right? You massive choppers. I'd rather we squeeze. I'm still hoping. Well, I mean, maybe. J. John, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. No hypes here as well. Market's cooked, yeah. Discord's where it at, but yeah, Discord is where it at. Oh, by the way, just FYI, and I don't know if you guys are keeping up for it, those that are in the Alpha Discord group and those that took the Alpha call, I'm going to post an update in there. It's not financial advice, but it is just for reference. But yeah, there is some good things coming for the recent Alpha call. That's what I would say. Again, not financial advice. I'm not telling you that we're all going to the freaking moon, but... it is worth knowing. That's what I'll say. Corte de Pablo says, is it going up? I don't think so. That's just my personal view here on the market, and I'm still very much where I believe it is. Now, what I am going to show you, I think, is a signal, or certainly some signals that are probably telling us that, yes, market's going down. But as I talked about on Friday, I do believe the bottom, or certainly the low point of the market, is coming close. A lot of people would say you probably get a flush down in October, which then flushes the February and June low. But, you know, look, depending on what happens capital-wise, I'm probably still in this narrative of believing that the market's going to go down. But However you want to look at this, whatever your view is, this is absolutely bearish. And if you're really wanting to price this like we did the other one, then you would price it something like, I mean, it's probably going to wick. Well, I mean, the honest answer is this may absolutely collapse on market open. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this could absolutely completely tank. And then you get into this kind of push down here to 55,000, which is pretty much on the money that I've been talking about, and certainly where I've been discussing my buy opportunities that comes in. Doesn't mean that we can't go a little bit further. Doesn't mean that this couldn't wick back to the upside and then come down. The thing to think about, if this was to push from here, then you end up down at 50,000, which could be pretty wild right now. But, I think personally, we're probably something like that. I think this probably wakes up, maybe retest the 21-day moving average. It's all going to depend on market open. It's all going to depend on what happens on the futures market. But understand, it looks like the whole Iran situation has fallen down, which if it has, then the market still haven't priced it in. I mean, futures just dead quick on oil are already starting to spike, look, by about 1.5%. So again, we can absolutely start to piece together the potential that's going to come in, which is there. Equally, as I've said a number of times before, and Fat Sonic, I agree with you, by the way, I don't necessarily think it's a good idea to be trading volatile headlines of which you have no real control over. And that's always a risk. That's always a risk. Cote de Pablo says, check the 4 hour. I'm checking the 4 hour. I still don't think that's I don't think that's bullish. I mean, my indicator is telling me, well, I'll tell you what, the indicator is flicking between bullish and bearish. So it's very close. It's very, very, very close, in my opinion, too. I think if it prints a potential 2 or 3 more green candles, maybe you could start to see it be a bit more bullish. But at the same time, this looks like it's about to roll over. And my indicator is saying, look, be very, very mindful. This could go either way, which, again, is why I wouldn't trade this personally. I'd wait for a confirmational move or potentially even it breaks down. But, I mean, yeah, I'm not super convinced on that as like a bullish move. I mean, if you look at it, even if you just kind of looked here, you've got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Right shoulder tends to be an inverse head and shoulders tend to be bearish here as well. So, if you would, you guys can see that, right? So, God, what am I doing here? There, look. That potentially is that is exactly how I wanted to do. So this ends up being the right shoulder to the downside move. Again, if like the whole Iran sort of plays itself out, then yeah, we may get a little bit more positive movement, but I'm probably leaning towards bearish here. I'm leaning towards bearish. Again, it's difficult to tell because the markets have been closed all weekend, but I think what's interesting for me, and we'll take a look at it a little bit later on, is I think I've been saying this for a while now. So many people are so desperate for this market to bottom out, be bullish. So many people are kind of hoping to get in. And even the fact you've got Saylor, who I don't know about you, but feels like he's up to the narrative of STRC. Someone told me that, STRC is going to drive the S&P 500, like all sorts of crazy stuff. Definitely feels like it's going to be weird. And probably feels like we are, I think, on the precipice of the kind of push down as well. But we'll see. Craig, 9 months, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody here on TikTok, by the way. Shout out to everybody on YouTube as well. Smash up the like button if you aren't already following me. Then do hit the follow button. We're here 6 days a week, breaking these markets down, giving you the absolute up-to-date news and reviews, as well as technical analysis and much, much more. If you want to get a little bit more, by the way, you should check out my premium Discord. It's $12 a month. In there, you get an AI trading bot. You get a Telegram trade bot. You get all of our lessons, our courses. There's like 5 of them that take you through loads of technical analysis. What else do you get? You get all sorts of crazy shit in there, to be honest. You get alpha calls, of which the last one did like 100x. The last one before that did like a 50x. And I think the current one we called at 700k and it's at like 1.3 million. So that's a 2x with some crazy stuff. So yeah, your $12 is basically paid back, I think, within about 24 hours. So it's absolutely insane value. But check it out over at 2bitcrypto.com. All right, and sign up over there. Mr. King Mutz, what's going on? 2 hours looks lower high. Check. Okay, check the 2 hours, because that's exactly what this stream is. It's the check a chart because people want to do it. Yeah, you see, I'm still bearish. I don't think it's as bad, but my indicator is still saying bearish here. And it's actually telling us that this is a pretty interesting short here, because you would short this from the resistance to the upside at 24,262 to the downside here at the 200 moving average at 2063, by the way. So, yeah. And it has a pretty high confidence rating of 70 out of 100. So, we'll see. We'll see, but I mean, I am tempted. Again, just for complete clarity here, I am not trading the market. I always get wrecked on a Sunday, especially with STRC about to buy more Bitcoin, which could be about $100 million. 70 to 100 million is my guess. So, yeah, I mean, again, we can see. But I do think that if anything moves to the upside, it's going to be short-term rather than long-term. And I do think long-term, we are still very much macro and we're still heading down, all right? However you look at it, if you look at that, for example, that is on the 5-day. You know, maybe if we break out this chart, we can come down. But I mean, look at this on the macro. Even the macro is like super downtrending right now. So you could get a wick to 75K. That wouldn't be unusual, you know, as we did here. So think about it. We wicked as low here as 62, wicked back up to the 85, then came back down. That wouldn't be unusual. We've seen this before, this kind of under, you know, as we kind of make our way down to the bottom. And that would probably play out pretty reasonably, actually. If you sort of argue that that ends up being a kind of move here that you end up at July, and then you end up kind of the low here in October at around, you know, 60,000, maybe even slightly lower. Pretty wild, right? Do you think you're still in LOA? No. Although I think you were still doing all right. It was like 2.5 million, right? What did we call that at? I can't remember what we called that at. That was like 700K or something. Did 7 million. Still feels like it's got a little bit, but yeah, no, I didn't. I am in the latest one that we've called in there, by the way. I am in the latest one that we put in there. But yeah, LOA, I'm not. I sent you 2 swing trades on X, 1 Sol short and 1 GTO long. Trading is kind of lonely, but I'm seeing these on the one-day chat. Did I see that? Did you? Oh, I didn't post that. Bro, come on. What am I doing here? Did you send me something? Oh, mate, I didn't see it. I'm such a noob. In fairness, I've been like falling off my bike and falling off the scooter and hurting myself all day today. So yeah. I've been hearing about Asia Open and US Open. Well, obviously the Iran deal's fallen to pieces. So we'll take a look at the futures market as we do later on to see what that feels like. Oil is spiking, which historically has shown us that markets tend to not feel that well when you sort of see that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's all about that. It's the big debate on Iran. Obviously, Trump said if they don't agree with it, he's going to obliterate the country, which kind of feels a little bit weird. But yeah, XRP to $100,000. I mean, yeah, I mean, God, you've been watching too many of some other crypto YouTubers videos, but yeah. Liam says, even too bit, I'm enjoying BitUnix after your referral. Thanks, boss. Hey, it's a great exchange. Loving BitUnix right now. Loving it. What do two lines represent on your chart? Which ones? This yellow one and this red and green one? Frank. Yeah, BitUnix is a great exchange. As is Weeks, by the way. You can sign to both of them getting those exclusive offers over at topicrypto.com. Also, they have sent me some new indicators, actually. I don't think I've used them, though, but they are two... What did they send me the other day? They sent me some kind of new updated indicators or something. Let me... oh, I clicked on the wrong button. Hold on a minute. It says here, they sent me... The first indicator is called CMUT-RSI. You can find it on TradingView. It's very accurate on the one-day time frame, but it also works on the 5-minute. Okay, so let me see if I can find this. CM underscore ULT underscore RSI underscore MTF. This one must be this one. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. So apparently it's very accurate. I mean, I need to probably look at. I need to have a look and see what this one is. Then they also sent me an auto Fibonacci. It gives you spawn resistance zone in every times. Blah 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 blah. Is it called auto Fibonacci? That sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? Auto Fibonacci. Oh, look at this. Auto Fib. Oh. Nachi. Ah, bro, I didn't put it on there. Anyway. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So the two lines on my chart right now is the yellow line is the 200-week moving average. And then this red and green line is all part of my, this is my, oh, you guys can't really see it. I'm sorry about that. Oh, no way. So this is part of my indicator. This is my uniquely built indicator in which it tracks about 16 different inputs to create this line. It's essentially the 21-day moving average here, but it's telling us whether it's bullish, whether it's bearish. It's taking a confluence between the 200 and the 21-day to give us kind of an average between it. And it all flows into this here. Now, you can get a V1 version of this indicator over at tubercrypto.com. Dead easy. You can sign up to it. It's totally free, by the way. I don't charge for it. The V2 version and the V3 version, which, by the way, is effing sick. That may have a small monthly charge, but here it is. Look, tubercrypto.com. Head over to the TuberCrypto Pulse Indicator. It's slightly different. Tells you all of what you need to do, all your settings, all the kind of crazy cool stuff on there. The V2 that you can see on my screen right now is a little bit different, and the V3 is literally insane. So, yeah, the V3 is pretty crazy, in fairness. But, yeah, stick around for that. Do JTO. I don't think I have it. Can I just bring your chart up? I've got it here. I literally opened up my X and I've got your account here. Although I have only got one message here. What's this one? Oh, this one. Oh, perfect. There we go. Go on. You have to put in what it is, though. Do you think Jasmine will get to 10 cents? I mean, I think Jasmine's got a decent move. They just need to kind of keep going with their whole narrative rather than just not doing it. They go quiet and nothing happens for ages. Don't forget, they have a patented, very unique proposal and a corporate proposal as well, i.e. they have the ability to, with all the data democratization stuff they've got. That's pretty wild when you think about it. So yeah, do I think Jasmine can do well? Yes. Is it currently doing well? Not so much. That's my chart though. It's a swing low. No way I'm getting 40% up. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, though, if you can take it... I mean, look, the uptrend on that JTO looks pretty solid, actually. Does look pretty solid. Again, whether it can ride out, we will see. I mean, I can bring the actual chart up if you want. JTO... So, I mean, you're starting to get it. I mean, yeah, my indicator is saying it's bullish here on the 5-day... the 8-hour, the 4-hour... A little bit bearish, so watch out for a short dip. I mean, the slightly higher macro, the daily looks like it might be pretty positive. You're trading bigger time frames. So the daily actually looks reasonable, in fairness. But, yeah, shorter time frames, maybe not so much. At the minute, anyway. But yeah, seems okay. Seems okay. Okay, dead quick. Let's run through the rest of the market just so we all know. Bitcoin is dumping. We said it would. We said it would, man. I was going to short this as well, but I don't like shorting anything on a Sunday because I just end up getting nuked. I end up getting nuked so many times. So many freaking times I've ended up just getting punished on a Sunday because I can't basically wait. So I didn't want to do it, but yeah, this feels like it's going to wick over. It feels like the market's nervous for the market up as well. So the indicator does agree with me. Yes, on the higher time frames, it does. Yeah, it does. It's saying it's bullish on the daily. For sure. I don't feel confident shorts. I only have Sol and ETH short against 4 longs. Oh, nice. Hi, Tibet could check midnight. Natchez, yes, we can take a look at midnight as well. Why not? Can I get that on here, by the way? Midnight. Oh, yeah, I can look. Look at this. Nice. Spot DeFi. Here we go. Midnight. What have we got here? So we've got bullish here on the 8 hours. Again, it's looking for a potential. So you wanted to retest here off the 21-day moving average, I think, at 3.2. But bullish on the 4 hours. So yeah, you are getting a little bit of momentum to the upside here. And actually, look at this continuation pattern. It kind of feels like this might actually run a little bit here. 21 above the 200, which is kind of nice. It retested as well. It's now onto the upside. 30-minute chart. I mean, yeah, the trouble you've got now, though, in my personal opinion, by the way, is that you are essentially hedging your bets against a non-capitulation of the market when it opens, which again could be an absolute freaking disaster. So you got to be careful again. Got to be careful. The trusty advisor, just be careful, by the way, if people are asking you to DM them, they're nothing to do with me. It is only me, and I'm here, by the way. Yo. So yeah, TikTok, just be careful, all right? Be careful. When Sol goes 20% down from here, imagine. Can you imagine? It'd be pretty wild. But I mean, yeah, night looks pretty solid as well. Down here, what is that? Sea Cleaner, get the hell out of here. Lunar Classic, everyone told us we were going to the, all our people. Oh, Lunar Classic's going to the moon too, mate. It's going to the moon. It's not going to the moon. It's going down again. Oh, man. The hopium that some people still have is absolutely insane to me. But anyway, right. What is going on in the rest of the market? Just dead quick as we rattle through this. Solana having a decent run. Again, that trade would have been nuked. I can't remember when this trade was from, though. Can anyone else remember when it was from? I can't remember what it's from. But yeah, I mean, look at that bounce there off Solana at 68.21. XRP holding up. Again, my DCA bots. So, for example, it bought here. This was obviously late Friday. I'll take a little bit of DCAing. It's the way to do it, by the way. Monad having a decent run, still down though, so just be mindful of that one. Junction doing what Junction does, which is just go bullish and absolutely prints for some fucking reason or not. It's absolutely insane. World of It Financial coming back a little bit as well. And you've got things like Swiftcoin, which moves towards a deadline, by the way. I don't know about if you guys know this, but there is a deadline coming up on Swift about their new payment system or something. I need to have a look at it really in a bit more detail. Tau starting to come back. Their ecosystem is moving as well. So again, I've got some DCAs on Tau. Dupes up there. Hype dropping. Might be last chance, boys and girls. Take a look at that one as well. And Arthur Hayes dumped his entire Zcash bag. Oh, what a surprise, Arthur Hayes. So watch for Zcash having a bit of a run as well. And then, like we said, everything else we'll have to wait and see what happens when the market opens. So pretty interesting. All right. So let's keep BTC up there. TikTok, I have to move you guys because obviously TikTok gets weird about the fact that I show a screen that is not just anything I'm doing. All right. So you have to stick with me though, because we're going to talk about some good stuff. All right. So we'll come back to the charts in a little bit. We'll get back into what is going on with BTC, but let's break down exactly what is going on a little bit and try and understand where we're going to get to. What's going on, OPF? Good to see you, man. So the Iranian negotiation delegation left the negotiation venue in Switzerland in protest of President Trump's threats per the Iranian state media. Now, you have to take it for, a little bit of caution, shall we say. Casey, my man, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Iran calls the threats a violation of the June 18th Memorandum of Understanding, which bars the use of threat or force. Like, okay, like pretty wild, okay? Pretty wild if you ask me. But I don't think it's a surprise. I think if you thought it was a surprise, then it's like, yeah, okay. Is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, but it's kind of interesting. Now, the other bit that's kind of worth noting here that you can see, which I probably just need to take my face off the screen so you can see it there on YouTube, is Bitcoin addresses in losses. Now, we discussed this. It is not getting any better, all right? So this absolutely can tell you that where we are, it should give you some confidence that we've still got lower ends of the market to come in. And it normally tells us that you are due another push down in the market as the price as price comes down, generally speaking, you find that more addresses end up in a loss. All right. So that correlated with this, which is the net realized profit and loss of Bitcoin, which again currently sits at around 234,000 Bitcoin are actually in a negative price from the last time they were traded. That's not quite as bad as we were at the previous dump though, at the beginning part, which was around 400,000, but tells you that you do have a little bit more. If you look at what happened at the post 2021 market cycle, you can see that realized losses topped at 1.16 million Bitcoin in a realized loss. So, for those that say, well, I don't think the market can go any lower. I think the market's kind of fine now. It's going to reverse. It's going to go back up to the upside. They're deluded. They've got no idea what they're talking about because we absolutely can go lower. We can go significantly lower than where we've been right now. So we do need to be mindful of it. And like I said, when you look at the Coinbase Premium Index, which also is telling us a very obvious statistic here and giving us a very obvious solution as to what's happening, which is basically that we are hitting a record negative 44-day streak, all right? Which means that the longest streak in record has now happened, of which we are capitulating on the price of BTC. All right, it's going down. All right, what it means, it suggests that buyers right now for Bitcoin a week, you basically have STRC that are buying, and that's about it. All right, and we can prove that, and I'm going to prove that in just a minute as well, by the way. So we definitely may see the last, in my opinion, short-term pullback, i.e. the retest of the low range of 60, maybe even slightly below, over the period of the next probably 8 weeks, which people might go, fucking hell, but 8 weeks, you have a laugh. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. When you've got low buying, that means there's probably relatively low selling, and when you've got so much addresses in negative, people aren't going to be super crazy about buying. Now, what we do need to understand, though, is at the same time, we are actually seeing Bitcoin selling off. And whether you like it or not, there is some big money being dumped into BTC. So big whales are capitulating. They're absolutely nuking their bags into this as well. So you get any kind of movement up, we are actually seeing selling pressure coming in, which again is absolutely typical of this time in the market. Max fear, max exhaustion. Everyone's like, man, I'm sick of this market. I'm sick of crypto. I'm getting out. I'm not in about anymore. I've even seen like posts on X of people going, I'm getting out. I'm never coming back. I hate this market. It's all rubbish. These are the exact times, as I've been saying now for the last 3 weeks, to be DCAing into your positions, getting ready for the next market cycle to the upside. Whether it's as crazy as we hope it is, who knows? But, I don't necessarily believe there is much more lower to go. Now, what is important to think about this week, however, and why I think that we are getting towards the bottom of the market, why I think this is kind of the last bit, but equally at the same time, why I think this week could be pretty wild, is you have this kind of mad rush to try and get the Senate bill passed when it comes to the Clarity Act, okay? So there's rumors, and we must stress that they are, at the minute, rumors in my personal opinion, but they're holding emergency meetings this week to save crypto regulation before the time runs out. So it's pretty late on in the day, and we said, didn't we, if this doesn't get passed over the course of the next, month? Maybe not even a month, by the way, like, maybe not even the month, that we run this as a risk. Yeah, Black Monday coming. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty wild. Lots of people think markets are going to absolutely tank. So what does this mean? Well, look, if they miss the window, it won't come until 2030 because you're assuming, I mean, that's assuming the midterms end up with not a Senate-run House and Senate, sorry, a Republican-run Senate and House. But what it means, though, there'll be no federal rules for cryptocurrency, no clear path for institutional money to get involved outside of an ETF, and no legal classification for Bitcoin, stablecoins, or tokens. So basically, it ends up being a complete shit show. So we will see. All right, lots of people still believe that the 4th of July is going to be when the Clarity Act gets signed in. I'm not as convinced it is, but remember, it needs 60 votes for House approval and then the presidential signature, all right? Is that going to line up before the August recess? That's then the question. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, we've got to be aware of it. What sort of life is it where you ain't worried about losing 10 million? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild, right? But if you have like 5 billion, it's like, who cares about 10 million? I have bias. There are buy orders lower. People want the bottom to be in now. Market will front run these prices to targets go higher, create FOMO, and then sell off again. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true. 53 Republicans are not. Yeah, we looked at this. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you, man. Yeah, we looked at this as to whether it was even possible, and it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. Now, just real quick, I wanted to just update people on some Ondo finance news because people keep asking me about this and people keep saying, is Ondo really worth it? Man, Iran and Belgium's 0-0. That's kind of wild. Is Ondo worth it? And I wanted just to share a little bit. The DTCC, you'll see loads of this, by the way. The DTCC is super, super interesting. XLM, XRP, HBAR integrations, all with tokenized Russell 1000 equities, indices, ETFs, and treasuries in July. So, I mean, again, I'm DCAing into Ondo. I've been saying I've been DCAing into it right now. It's an absolute freaking steal at like 38 cents, whatever the hell it is. So, over 50 firms, including Ondo, BlackRock, and JP Morgan, are involved in the development of the DTCC. Got to see that, right? It's pretty wild, right? Major US banks are now advancing tokenized deposits. That's pretty crazy. JP Morgan, Citi, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. And if you're an XRP investor, they are directly linked to that as well. So you should be absolutely all over that. State Street launching the Genius Act aligned stablecoin reserve. Tokenized stocks and ETF now surpass 1.5 billion in market value. The SEC signals openness to tokenized stock framework. And Ondo Global Markets expands to 430 tokenized stocks and ETFs, adding 173 new tokenized stocks and ETFs across Ethereum, Solana, and BNB. If you are not bullish on Ondo Finance, I highly recommend you go and research it. I'm not telling you to buy it. It's not what I'm here to do. I am not your personalized financial advisor, but understand the framework. And if you watch any of my videos on YouTube right now, all I'm talking about is kind of framework that's being built, infrastructure, the ground layer on many of these coins like HBAR, XLM, XRP, as well as on the live streams we discuss Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. It's all, forget the price for now, right? Forget price. People need to just move on and just not worry about price. If you're worried about price, you're worried about the wrong thing. You need to worry about how much you are accumulating. That's the crux, all right? Who gives a shit if Ethereum's $2,000? I care about if I've got 1 or 5 ETH, all right? And I want 5. So, again, that's just my view, hence why I'm DCAing into positions right now. I'm not going crazy. I'm not allocating hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have that anyway, but you get my point. I'm just buying little bits, all right? Little bits. When they wick down, I'll take it. When it drops below this price, I'm having some. That's the crux. That's the crux. Would you start buying Sol now? No. No, Solana, well, that's not true, actually. So Solana, I do have a DCA price on it, but it ain't anywhere near this. It's like $58. And the trouble is I'm DCing up. So I bought Solana at $8 at the last crash. But yeah, 58, I think it's like 58 to 62 is my Solana DCA price. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. Just to kind of give you a bit of a view of that. I'm not going in. 59K soon. Yeah, look, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. I'm down for a 59K, price. I'm down for it. I think it's definitely on the cards. I'm in the mine still. One more bet. year through 2027 in crypto? I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm still kind of in a world where I believe that markets will, I think markets will rally the back end of the year. I still want to stand by a 6-figure Bitcoin by the end of the year, but whether that's true or not. Here we go. Look, this is kind of what everyone's talking about right now. Bitcoin and oil markets brace for a possible Black Monday after the US-Iran talks fracture in Switzerland. The market open is going to be wild, all right? I think. Now, it equally could be a complete and utter disaster, and we don't see anything, all right? But pretty interesting to think about. Obviously, with the massive breakdown in Iran, that's kind of what we have to look at. Bitcoin ETFs and Bitcoin networks are two very, very interesting topics as well, because Bitcoin records a surge in network activity. Now, this could be bad news, all right? People could be positioning themselves to dump their entire Bitcoin. Just be very kind of conscious about this. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is bullish at all. The fact that we are seeing huge amounts of transactional activity, then this could be interesting. According to this week's Crypto Coin report, record high transaction counts are driving the surge in Bitcoin network activity. This issue as these transactions have little or non-significant economic value. So there is definitely some stuff going on. What's going on, Blair? Good to see you. Who says no brainer till it gets to $10? I mean, it depends though, doesn't it? Like, even if the key to, which is what I say about it's not really about price. The key to how you buy isn't just buying loads at once. It's DCAing your opportunities. And again, we actually did the mathematics on this. If you have $1,000, then put it in five $200, and then you buy it. Let's say Solana, for example, $60. Buy 200 at 60. Buy 200 at 50. Buy 200 at 40. Buy 200 at 30. If it goes to $10, fine. Buy 200. Like, you'll be crazy to not do it that way. Loads of people buying at the, like, they'll go, right, I've got $1,000 to invest. Boom, straight in. Full clip, buy $1,000, and then they go, oh man, I'm underwater already. Like, what the hell? Like, every time, have you ever seen the meme, right? If you've ever seen this meme, I don't know if it, I'm hoping I'll be able to kind of get this picture. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Oh, yeah, here it goes. This is exactly the one I wanted. You've ever seen this picture, right? Ever seen this kind of meme? And I will show you guys TikTok, so don't stress it. I just wondered if it was a slightly better picture. But it doesn't look like it. But yeah, so look at this one, right? Everyone's seen that picture, yeah? Everyone's seen it. So basically, when you buy it, it dumps. When you hold it, nothing happens. And when you sell it, it pumps. All of that is down to the fact that you're buying and selling wrong. All right, you're buying and selling wrong. You're full clipping in and you're full clipping out. Don't do it. All right, be sensible. DCA it. That's absolutely the way to do it. I used to be that guy. I used to be that big foot. Like, okay, man, I got like $300. We're gonna boom, 300. Oh my god, I'm already underwater. Like, you know, if you DCA, it's such a powerful tool that nobody uses. Nobody. Or certainly not the newer investors, all right? I'm going to be sensible about it. Just real quick, by the way, spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US saw a record 30-day outflow. If you still believe institutions are going to save us, they're not. $6.35 billion according to Galaxy Research, okay, which are linked, by the way, to Galaxy Digital, the liquidity providers. So, you know, that is a massive amount of outflows from the institutions that everyone else is telling you that they're buying and they're going to hold the market up and the bottom's already in and da-da-da-da-da, all right? I am not the bearish holder, right? I'm not a bearish holder. I'm bullish on this market. However, I'm also not stupid. And I'm definitely not in a world where I'm going to full clip coins in and I'm going to buy when I shouldn't be buying because so many times we've done it before. Now, if you already have bought in, don't stress it because I think you're still buying a reasonably good opportunity. I just don't necessarily believe you're getting the best opportunity, okay? I think there's probably a little bit more downside that could play out. So that is kind of the news. And yeah, shout out to everybody here on TikTok as well. So let's just give you the charts back up so you can see what the heck is going on. And that way we can all kind of just hopefully talk about, you know, all the good stuff that's coming this week, which is great. So, but yeah, do smash up the like button if you're brand new to the channel. And also, don't forget, check out tubecrypto.com. That's where you get all the exclusive benefits, the indicator, anything you need to make your life better when it comes to this crypto market. And yeah, we'll take a look at the CNN futures to see how the market feels about the whole Iran situation. But yeah, this market feels like it is going down, all right? And it may well Kesha style yell timber, but we'll see. It's not your channel that's not getting huge views. It's just the market. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that. Ondo token, no utility though. At the moment, yeah, at the moment. But you can imagine it's going to be some sort of gateway into how you interact with some of these indices and ETFs. I think, anyway. I think. Started DCA, but cash on hand, ready for any capitulation. Sensible. Yeah. If you've got $5,000 to enter and that's 100% of your allocation that you want to put back into this market, you want to be like 3K DCA and then 2K sat there if something happens. Like, definitely that's where you want to be at, in my personal opinion. So, the point here is that so many people end up just kind of getting it wrong and nuking themselves when they shouldn't be. That's the kind of crux here. That's what people should be very mindful of not doing, okay? Keep grinding because you're putting in really good work and it's going to appeal when there's more eyes. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, we're back up. We're like 50 odd people right now on the stream. Yeah, we'll keep grinding. We'll keep grinding. Again, I wouldn't stop doing the live streams. I just do them a bit more tailored in the Discord because I do enjoy the live streams, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird. I guess sometimes I look at all those other people and like I could put a video out going XRP is going to $57,264 and get like 10,000 views, and it's like it's just why I just don't understand why people watch those. Thoughts on Tron? Look, my view's always been the same on Tron. It is a grinding coin that will probably always go up. Why? Because Justin Sun, as much as people don't like him, has got that locked in. It has it has a 66%, or is it like allocation of stablecoin to the value of Tron, i.e., if Tron is $100 million market cap, they have $200 million in like equity that sits behind it, which is wild, right? Which is friggin' wild. But yeah, Tron is like what, $31 billion market cap? Yeah, Tron's pretty wild, and it's got a great ecosystem. The only thing is, it's got loads of weird shit on Tron that I don't like. So the whole like weird mining, cloud mining, all that kind of nonsense, but I think if they can get a bit more stuff on chain, I think Tron could be pretty dangerous. And I think it could be a good play. But yeah, in my view, Tron has kind of been grinding and it's kind of been moving its way up for, the longest time. So, I don't think it's a bad thing to hold a little bag of Tron personally. I'm a lonely trainer. It's the only way I can make my own decisions. It's the best way to do it though. I don't watch the videos. I like the live and the Discord idea. Relief Friday, yeah. Well, the obviously the Discord idea would be you do like a morning stream where you set things up, and you'd open it up as well. That's the difference between what you could do with the Discord stream versus this, because the Discord stream is my Discord, so you just open it up to allow people to have a view, have a conversation, be like, oh yeah, I see what you're seeing there, but okay, why wouldn't you say this? And you just open it up as like it's like a big telephone call with a screen share on it. That's kind of where I would get to with that. Whereas obviously I can't run the risk of like weird people coming up on my. Not saying any of you are weird. But I know when we've done stuff before, and like when we used to do Twitter Spaces and all that kind of stuff, you just get some proper strange people that come up on it. Proper strange people. But yeah, let's take a look at what the market is pricing in on the futures. Wow, that is unusual, actually. I definitely did not think that was it. However, historically, we've always seen the Chinese market has been a risk. They've always generally front-run what's happened to the market. Look at the Shenzhen and the Hang Seng in Hong Kong looking pretty bearish, in fairness. India is always one to look out for as well because they normally nuke the market at about 7 o'clock. Europe, now the bond market may end up getting pretty wild. Obviously, Keir Starmer allegedly is about to quit, which feels insane and personally can't come soon enough, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. So yeah. That could be pretty interesting. And then the US obviously is slightly green on the day. We'll see. I mean, I still kind of feel like we're going to get a capitulation on this market, but that's just my personal opinion based on the news from Iran. Yeah, I'm not saying any of you are weird, but you definitely are my kind of... Yeah, man, we've had some proper strange ones. Jimbo in the house. What's going on, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to everybody jumping in on TikTok. Welcome to everybody here on YouTube as well. If you are enjoying the content, do smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. It does massively help us out and gets us more and more bullish, which again would be great if you could. Okay, good. I'm just checking to see if there's any notifications or anything coming out. Doesn't look like it right now, which is fine. Yeah, to be replaced by Starmer. Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be Andy Burnham, which again, some people are like, oh my God, Andy Burnham's going to be great. And you're like, nah. Chris, what's going on, man? Thanks for that. You're like, nah, Andy Burnham's not going to be any good. But anyway, we don't want to make it political. Not when we're live on TikTok. It might get wild. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we used to do it in like the investment group where we would get on a call, we'd talk about things, but yeah, you would just do like a morning one. So for example, this stream would just be in the Discord where everyone can have a view, everyone can share their screens. You basically as a collective start to say, well, okay, what do we think the move is? How is this kind of working out? What does it think? And then you kind of make some decisions, and then you look at some potential trades, and then you kind of make a view on this. So yeah, which is pretty wild. I am curious though, just dead quick. I want to put this auto Fibonacci on, which I think could be pretty interesting. Auto Fibonacci retracements levels. I don't think it's by them though. I mean, it kind of puts them on there. Does it change it depending on the time frame? I wonder what is that? Does it do that? Oh, it kind of does. It kind of does. It feels like it's not quite right though. But yeah, look at that. Wow, auto Fibonacci feels a bit weird. I need to message him and be like, bro, which is the auto Fibonacci? I like the title. What does this mean? I mean, you've come into the stream 43 minutes after I started it. So let me just give you a really quick summary of why I think the market is showing us the most obvious signal yet. And this is probably it. So not only do you have a structural technical bearish setup, i.e. you can see this market to the push down, you also have a big macro technicals as well, i.e. you've got the ETF outflows coming in. What you've also got as well is things like the clarity out that people are now starting to hope that it's going to be that this week. You've got loads of macro news coming in. So the view for me, by the way, is that the market is saying, hey, get ready because we're probably going lower, but this will be the last low we get. And maybe we get this kind of announcement that's going to be slightly a bit more bullish in terms of the clarity out, but I don't think so. You also have companies starting to position themselves strategically for the next move to come in. This would be things like the new ETF for BlackRock, the new ETF for Fidelity. You also have things like the potential of the Clarity Act, for example, coming in as well. So the signal right now, in my opinion, the most obvious signal is that this is a very bearish setup, albeit people think it's not. And you also have some macro headlines that are telling you that this market's going to push down. And interestingly, since we come live, we are heading down as well. So it's always interesting, isn't it? Those people that think we're super bullish never seem to end the stream with us. But yeah. I mean, I said this a few times, actually. I don't necessarily think that the Clarity Act right now does anything in the market because I think people are just going to be a bit like, whatever. Like, who the hell cares? Like, I just don't know if it really drives the market as I think many people want to believe and are hoping that it's going to do it. I'm not in that place right now, but look, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be a pretty volatile 24 hours. Know anything about as a miner? I mean, the only thing I do know is it's probably a scam now and it probably has disappeared, is what I can understand. I saw something on Twitter the other day. The person that I connected with, that kind of connected to me to do the videos, has deleted their Telegram account. Their website, I believe, is down. Let me just bring up the information I saw on here. But yeah, I think as much as it pains me to say it, I think it's gone. I think it's gone, which is kind of annoying, if I'm honest. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on saying like that people are going to go after them. I don't know how you can personally, but yeah, it essentially, I think, has gone. Confirm the death of the scam. Look in this thing called As a Miner. I mean, that was from January, so yeah. That is all I know. That is all I know, unfortunately. Doesn't help anyone, and I can only say, look, many people have been affected with it. I think in terms of my conscience, I'm reasonably clear with it because the good news for me, by the way. The good news, I say it's good news, it's not because I lost some money on it, but my videos coincided with if you invested in my first video, you'd have had 21 days of profit. If you invested on my last video, you would be about 6 days out. And obviously I can see the views and all the rest of it. So, but yeah, that's kind of where it is. I don't know if anything's happening with people like Oscar, because obviously they had way more people in it, but I don't even think he's talked about it. I think he's deliberately maybe avoiding the calls, but yeah, from what I understand is it's basically done a runner. And they've scammed. Well, it's not even scammed everyone, isn't it? It's like scammed the people that got in at the end. I want to become public and transparent before the vote on it. What's that for? If it passes this month, you might find that push the market, but there's still a chance all they do is clear the opening time. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's gone too far and people are just going to be like, all right, cool. So it passes the Senate. It goes to Trump's desk. What does it actually mean? What does it actually mean? Like, to actually get the Clarity Act, to make it happen, to make things different, to make it actually bring structural benefits to anyone investing in the market. It's going to take years, isn't it? It's probably not going to be till next year. It might be the reason the market tops out in 2028. Like, it might be the big top signal. Clarity Act gets signed in, strategic reserves come in, people start buying a shit ton of Bitcoin. Could be coming in. Yeah, Bitcoin is dumping right now. Here we go. There must be an Iran. Is there an Iran announcement? But yeah, I told you to go short. Why do we short this market, everybody? Always miss the dumps. Spot accumulation is going to top. Yeah. Man, BTC just got absolutely slammed there for about 150 bucks. Let's go to the latest. I can't see anything coming in right now. Nothing's coming in right now, but oh my gosh, feels like Bitcoin is heading down, baby. Short this mother trucker. I knew I should have been short on this market. I knew it. Now we've seen this before, though, haven't we? We've seen this playbook before. On a Sunday, nuke the market. Everyone shorts it. All the late shorts then get wrecked when they wick this back up, when the market reopens it like in an hour and 10 minutes. So don't buy the FOMO, people. Although I am super tempted to buy the FOMO, but yeah, Bitcoin wicking down now 63.6. Man, that's a pretty big push down right now. But yeah, not seeing anything right now coming in from Iran, so that doesn't feel like it's a headline at this moment in time. But yeah, this feels super weak, by the way. This feels like it's probably going to come down a bit further. President Donald Trump, social post. President Trump just slammed Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, blowing a total refusal to confront in nuclear danger despite decades of massive American NATO defense. Okay, that's about it. Iran going hard on Israel tonight. Are they really? I haven't seen that, by the way. What's this? Oh, just in. Explosions reported at the world's largest L&D production factory, Raf Lafar in Qatar. Is that new? That doesn't feel like that. That feels like that was before. Is that true? I mean, if that's Iran, yeah, I mean, if that is true, then yeah. 49 minutes ago, breaking powerful explosions reported at the Ras Laffan industrial city, Qatar's largest gas facility. This blast was so strong it was felt like an earthquake and heard in Bahrain. Cause unknown. No injuries or leaks reported so far. The source is the Idiot News. All right. I mean, it feels like maybe Iran's going in, but I mean, that's 45 minutes ago. It's 45 minutes ago that came in. So, yeah, I mean, man, this could be pretty wild. This market open is going to be a fucking disaster. Let's just call it like it is. I'm going to short the shit out of this market on 200x leverage. In fact, let me get signed into my fucking account. Where is it? Where's my trading account? Get me signed in. Jeeves. Oh, shit. That's so annoying. I'm not signed into it. Jeeves. I need to be signed into my trading account to short this market. The world does not care much about oil from Iran. I mean, it doesn't at the minute, is it? It kind of feels like they're trying to deliberately wick this market down, though. I feel like this might be one of those things. In fact, we can take a look at this. Let's take a look at the futures market for Bitcoin. And let's see what shorts and longs are coming in. Because I think this is going to... I think loads of people will short this. And then I think they get nuked. Not literally, by the way. Not literally. Then, hold on a minute, I'm missing some comments. What's going on? Been shorting since yesterday. Crypto flip, nice. I'm feeling it. Can Bitcoin go over 68,000? I mean, it could have a short move, yeah. Blair says possible downside to 49k with an absolute floor of 45. Yeah, potentially. Curse on XRP says, out to bit crypto. What's going on, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Lou, I'm in this till it goes to $1 million. Nice. Let's do. Is Trump supposed to speak tomorrow before market opens? Read that somewhere. I don't know. What's going on, Eddie? Teddy Vinny in the house. Good on, my man. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I bet this price is wicking back up to the upside now. This is what I mean. Like, you got to be careful with these. Like, look at this. Wick down, shorts pile in, shorts get wrecked. All right, absolutely. The playbook we see every single Sunday. That's why I'm not trading this as much as I want to. And as much as I genuinely think this market's going to nuke to the downside, it's like, it's so risky, I can't be asked to risk it. Does that make sense? I can't be bothered to risk it. I'd rather just sit and wait But yeah, I mean, look at this. Then you see these like longs pile back in, and then, yeah, they're just messing around with this thing. How do you think BTC will go? Down, is my opinion. I mean, that doesn't mean that we can't relief rally. I know some people will be like, well, you're basically saying that you think it might go down or it might go up. I'm not like, the macro is still telling us that this is bearish. All right. Still bearish. I don't want the 15-minute here, but the macro is still very much telling us that we are going down. And even if you just look at the headlines, Iran delegation falling to pieces, Trump basically threatening to eradicate Iran off a global map. These are all signs that are bad news. All right. All signs that are bad news. And the first thing that always sells off will be risk assets. That's crypto. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. Hence why I'm still very much in stablecoin. I have been buying little bits. Because, again, at these prices, it's like, why the heck not? Why the heck not? Great. Hi, how do we see those volume charts you had up on TradingView? I don't have any volume charts on TradingView. Volume you can see here. So I'm not really asked about volume charts, really. Do you mean like this here or something? I don't. This isn't a volume chart. This is an indicator telling us about money flow and general trend through RSI and MACD as well at the bottom there. How about gold, man? I mean, gold, everyone is like still praying that gold's going to come back, and they're all wrong. All right. I've been saying, look at this. I've been calling gold since the top here, and everyone was like, nah, you're wrong, Tubit. You're a noob. You don't know what you're talking about, man. We were here on the channel going, yeah, gold is cooked right now. It's absolutely cooked. So yeah, I mean, look at this. You have some relief rallies, but even if you looked at this look at the weekly here on gold, like look at this trend. Let me get all of these stupid drawings on it. We don't need all that. Look at that as a trend on the weekly. Like gold is literally heading down, baby. Timber. That's what gold's doing. You could even argue and say you've got a little bit here of a descending wedge, which might give you a little bit of a relief bounce. But yeah, I mean, I would expect gold probably to drop below 4,000 before it relief bounces back to the upside. Maybe get a little couple of, $100. But yeah, I mean, gold is going down, as is silver, by the way. Silver way worse. Now, market opens. What do I think will happen? I think you might get a little spike down, and then I think it probably comes back up. But yeah, pretty wild if you ask me. Pretty wild if you ask me. And yeah, gold has definitely not been showing any strength recently at all. The large trades for futures. Oh, sorry. Yeah, these are on CoinGlass. Here, I'll post it in the link. There you go. So you can get this on coinglass.com, and you go to, so go to coinglass.com, go to data, and then you open up the order book here. It's this one here, look. And you can see kind of what's going on. I think you might have to have an account for it. But yeah, you can see like spot and futures buys as well, just to kind of track what's going on. I just want to see it in terms of what's happening for like, how many people are going in, like what are they doing, why are they trading a certain way. I think it just gives a picture as to kind of whether the market's trying to freak people out or not, is my view. But yeah, that's how you see it anyway. Can't believe I'm in 7 trades. Fat Sonic's just absolutely sending it to the max. No dramas, mate. No dramas. Yeah, so that's where we get. Obviously, we'll start to get a little bit more. The big one will be what happens with gold, and you can probably expect some volatility here on the S&P, and we will see kind of what that plays out. So yeah, but I mean, Bitcoin right now. Let's go back to the 15-minute here, just to give us a bit of a flavor as to what is actually going on here. But yeah, pretty wild right now. Pretty wild right now. I'm done watching. I'm too tired. I'm just trading on the squeeze. See you later, Fat Sonic. Yeah, don't trade tired. It's bad news, all right? It's bad news if you trade tired. Selmo! Let's go. Happy Father's Day, Tubit. We celebrate that day in the US on today. Nice. Yeah, happy Father's Day, mate. Hey, thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, buddy. I hope you, if you celebrate over there as well, I hope you had a great day. I hope you got looked after, mate. I got woke up at 7:15 this morning by being jumped on by 3 children. So yeah, I was pleased with that. And then, as I was saying earlier on, went out. They all have little scooters, and I was like, I can scoot. Do you know what I mean? I used to be able to scoot. Absolutely power slam myself. Like wrecked on my arm, wrecked on my back. Like I'm really uncomfortable at the minute. Like I properly like yeeted it and then bang, dumped. Bear in mind, I'm a 42-year-old man. I shouldn't be hitting the deck like I hit the deck. So yes, I was like, start eating dinner, just like my missus is like, you all right? And I'm like, no, I'm really That really, really hurt myself. But I didn't want to let the kids know that I'd really hurt myself. They were like, "Oh, Daddy, are you okay?" I'm fine. I'm not going to cry about the fact I've just absolutely smashed myself to pieces on the floor. I'm totally fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, pretty well. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Let me know what you think. Anyone got any comments, thoughts, questions, or everything going on here? Bitcoin just had a little sell-off right now. Does look weak, by the way. Does look weak. So the indicator right now on the 15-minute is telling me that, look, it's a good short, but it is saying wait for a potential entry. So we could sort of see this wick back to the upside. Historical 63,748, maybe an interesting one. Again, take it as it is. Sundays historically are really challenging to trade because you're not quite sure what the heck is going on. And there is obviously low liquidity, which means this market can move aggressively if it wants to. So, but look at some of these altcoins right now. Near Protocol down 3.5%. You've got Hype. Man, Hype's dumping. Wow. Interesting. I mean, interesting. I might take a long on Hype when that bottoms out. What do you reckon? Bottom out here around 67.3. Might be pretty interesting, right? Might be pretty interesting if you ask me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I mean, see if there's anything going on. Yeah, everything is to do with this Qatar Ras Lafan thing. So where is that? Let's Google Maps this mother trucker. And let's have a look at where this is. How close is that to Iran? I mean, are we saying it's Iran? Here we go. Okay, so here it is. This is the place. This is the place. This LNG facility. All right, pretty wild. Where is that in relation? Oh, there's the Straits of Hormuz. All right, okay, yeah. Fuck me, it's pretty close, isn't it? I mean, it's been attacked. No one's kind of like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Is it fine? Doesn't feel like it's going to be fine. Do you have a video of the wipeout for you? No, mate. Honestly, I absolutely power slam myself. Look at these nice little, some LNG ships here just loading up. Man, it's so wild that we literally just move, we move gas like that, right? It's kind of crazy if you ask me. So, I mean, obviously this will be a developing story. This may, man, it's definitely going to tell the markets they're going to freak the F out, in my opinion. So watch out. Watch out. Do you think we have a correction further downside? Yes, I do. Don't know, Mike. I can't see the map. What? Did I not just have the map up? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Did I really not just have that map up? Oh, bro, are you winding me up right now? Are you winding me up right now? I literally just thought I had that up, man. I'm such a noob. Come on, Tim. Sorry, everybody. I thought I had that on there. Did I not just have that on there? What is going on? Are you guys winding me up right now? Bruh. Yeah, here it is. Look. So yeah, here is where allegedly has been attacked, and yeah, I mean that is there. That's the Straits of Hormuz, and this is Iran. So I mean, you are literally kidding yourself if you're like, oh, it's probably nothing. It's just randomly blown up by itself. And then obviously I zoomed in and was like, man, the fact we load these ships up with gas is kind of wild if you ask me. But so that is allegedly what is burning right now, and we can see that on these particular pictures here. They feel like this is the place that got attacked before, but I don't know how legitimate these are, but that's kind of why the markets are freaking out just a little bit. I thought I was just looking at myself. I mean, TikTok saw it. The world is going to move on from this, honestly. Yeah, I mean, look, it can't last forever. I mean, that's an absolute true fact, but it can create some real nervousness in this market right now, can't it? Oh, that's why it's here, look. Oh, it's underneath. I thought I'd done that. All right, cool. Let's go. The world is realizing that windmills and battery chargers are yeah. Green deal. The big green scam, whatever it's called. It's kind of wild if you ask me. It is kind of wild. All right. Let's just keep an eye on these. So look at this. 63A. I told you they were going to liquidate the shorts. Let the shorts come in and then take all their money. Honestly, it's like a playbook as old as time. It'd be like if Jasmine and Ali could sing about it. Oh, is it or is it Beauty and the Beast? I can't remember what it is. A tale as old as time. The shorts get liquidated. So total liquidations in the last hour, FYI, $335,000 and then $10 million in longs. Like, okay, Iran going in tonight. Do you reckon, Peter Max, yeah? Do you reckon it's going to get tasty? I mean, I could see that personally. I could see that, if I'm dead honest. All this crazy is just giving us more time to buy in DCA. Husky Tom knows what's up, yeah. Definitely knows what's up. Again, the point here that I've been making is, yeah, I'm DCAing some of these. I do think that, you know, we potentially do get a pretty big push down here on the market, but we're trying to see if we get any escalation. As of yet, we haven't got anything. Are Belgium really holding Iran to a 0-0 draw? What? Football. Man, Belgium 0-0 with Iran. How do you know when is at an entry point? I mean, you never will know. And people that tell you that they know is a liar. All you can do is try and make the best entry point. All right, that's my view. So you would, again, DCAing your entry. So look for where you want to enter. Look for where potentially this market's going to go. So if you're looking at entering this market right now, I'd be waiting for this. 63,700. I mean, it's a 15-minute chart, which isn't particularly great. But look at this, right? That potentially would be a first entry point. You're then looking for key supports on the next one. So I'd be looking down here. So that would be my next point, right? And then I'm just going to see where previous support was. This would be another one, 62.8, and then the low here at 62.2. Again, that's where I would go in. So what you're doing is spreading the potential of your entry out. If anyone says, oh yeah, I nail the entry, they're a liar. They're a liar. All you can do is try and understand where your potential entry points could be and how you then make the best of a number of entry points. All right? That's how you do it. Oh man, my back is so sore. That's how you do it. All right? Tie game, both looked tough out there. Really? I mean, Iran aren't really known for being... Yeah, I saw that. Iran aren't really known for being like a super crazy football team, but yeah, fair play. Fair play. Okay, yeah, so we're not seeing anything to do with Iran right now. It's all quiet, man. It just doesn't make any sense, but we'll see. Fairground in the building. What's going on? I nail my TPs. Sometimes it's an insane getting it right. Yeah, I mean, I'm normally all right at getting into them. It's getting out that I always have a bit of a problem with. And the other one as well is I always tend to just get into a place where I sort of get like I just overreact and I'm like, oh my god, the market's dumping, I need to get into a trade, and then I get into a trade and I shouldn't have done. I should have waited. So never rush into a trade, and if you miss it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. America not going to help Israel this time. Trump has had enough. Do you think? Canada won its first World Cup game. Nice. I haven't even seen what the leagues look. Obviously, England won 4-2, which was great. Tables. Here we go. So, I mean, this isn't crypto, but it's fun. Anyway, Mexico, man. Mexico, top of the league. That's wild, right? Canada, top of the league. Brazil, obviously. Morocco, that's an interesting one. USA and Australia, they've played 2. Germany and Ivory Coast, interesting. Netherlands and Japan, I've got Japan in the sweepstakes. Norway, Argentina, they play tomorrow, don't they? Yeah, England top of the league with Ghana. Interesting. There you go. We aren't just a crypto show here. We're all over the place. We're giving you the best alpha news that you need. This is how you survive the crypto market. The market is not good for one-way directions. I mean, the market's just wild, isn't it? It's a market maker's paradise. It is a market maker's paradise. If Iran win the World Cup, there is something at foot there. Do you know what I mean? There is definitely like something bad. If Iran win the World Cup, it'd be pretty insane. I think I can put a safe bet on that not being the case. I had a problem on Friday where I had to think. I think 5 trades, and in hindsight, I could have just closed green ones, even if they were very small. So I think I do have a few open, but they're all to do with. Let me just move this over here. This is just like my go-to. It just does it itself. I don't know how it's doing at the minute. They did upgrade some stuff, put some new trading pairs in. So I thought, I might as well try it. I don't know how it's doing right now. Let's take a look. I don't have the biggest amount of margin in there. I just have a little bit playing out. So it's doing all right, actually. So yeah, other than that one there the other day, 2 green candles. So I got like $260. It's just trading these 3 at the minute. So I have 2 trades open. None of doing very well, by the way. So I have a say short. I need to delete that say. Why is it open to say? What? Oh, no. Elite selection. Oh, my God. That was say. So yeah, it's trading this right now. 1 long, 1 short. But yeah, I mean, do you know what? Look, close day, dupe. What was that one? A dupe short? No, dupe long. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to leave it and see what it is. I might put another bot on here at the minute and see what it's doing, but it's got H bar tau. It's doing all right, like I said. You just grind it away. It's doing okay. Again, you get this free sign up in the premium Discord. You get that, by the way, $12 a month. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, man. My friend pulled around a draw. Yeah, I got Japan and Croatia, I think. Well, there's more teams in there as well this year, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be good fun. All right, what time are we on? 10 past 10. We've got to see market open today. I can't. You know, I want to hang around for the market open. But yeah, Bitcoin right now is taking a dump. It does look like it's going lower. Short the market, everybody. I charted so much shit today. I mean, I just don't get the time, man. I'm just like, obviously, I was hanging out with my kids today, but okay. Is there anything coming in right now here on social media? We're not seeing anything right now. Trump lays down the law for the Straits of Hormuz. No matter what happens in negotiations, the only country collecting tolls will be the USA. 60 days, no tolls during the ceasefire. After that, America gets paid for playing guardian angel in the Middle East, past and present. I mean, it's just not going to happen, is it? Justin, President Trump is telling oil tanker captains to stop hesitating and sail straight through the Straits of Hormuz despite Iran's threats. These ships should go through the strait and show some guts. There's nothing to be afraid of. Iran has no navy. We sunk it. I mean, feels like that's going to end in disaster. The regime spent months trying to convince the world it could choke off global shipping and hold the Middle East hostage with threats. Trump is making it clear that intimidation game is over. No fear, no retreat, no allowing Iran to control one of the most critical waters on the planet. The message for Trump is simple: sail through. The United States has already handled the rest. Oh, don't know about that. Don't know about that. Here we go. Look, BTC is heading down. Dumping. Wow. Check out this. Down it goes. Everybody getting ready. Let's go. Let's go. Where's the guy that was in the chat earlier on that was telling me that the market was super bullish? Where is he? Get him back in here. Where's he gone? They never stick around, do they? They never. Don't tell me you're wrong. The market is super bullish. It's super bullish. It looks like it. Man, I'm so glad I'm fucking not listening to noobs. Anyway, I'm kidding, by the way. I didn't really call him a noob. BTC about to crash hard. Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it, man. I feel like I do need to be in my account, though, because I could be shorting this mother trucker right now. It's a good short. Look, my indicator's like, short the market to me. What are you doing? What are you doing, you noob? Short it. Man, I'm so tempted to do it as well. It can V-shape recovery. Yeah, I don't like shorting these like massive wicks down. I mean, it's only the 15 minutes. It's not crazy. It's down like $400, but yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest though. This feels weak as piss. It feels like it's going to absolutely nuke to like 62,500 if I'm honest. I mean, where would you set the next price target to? Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to head to 63,000 like we said. I mean, man, it's so tempted to trade that down to the downside. What's that going to be like? Another 0.5%. Short 1/4 position size. Yeah, I mean, I could do. I need to. The trouble is, I'm live on TikTok. I need to then sign into my account using my phone that's live on TikTok. That's why it's like, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. But equally, if this, now, if this wicks back up, then yeah, this could get pretty interesting. Getting a short 63.6. I still think they kind of wick this, to be honest. But yeah, it feels like this is about to proper nuke. I think we're just like, I think Iran's probably going to attack, as I think Husky said tonight as well. So yeah. Don't do it. Wouldn't ape in right now. You should have done it 10 minutes ago when you said, yeah, I know. I know, Craig. Thanks for reminding me. It's fine. Like I said, it's fine. I have got a couple of trades open, but just with the AI trading bot rather than anything else. I mean, I could probably put some shorts on the Telegram trading bot. In fact, let me have a look at this. Let me see if this is telling me anything that's fun. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Casper short, no. IQ short, no. NXPC short, usual. Don't even know what these are. Tensor, Gas. Any good ones? Manta Long. What the hell are you talking about? Barrett, Stark, Virtual, Prove. I don't know what you are. Monad, Hyper. Oh, man, I'm so tempted. I'm going to short this. I'm going to take a 2x leverage short on... That's the worst. That is actually the worst. I'm going to do that. Some of these are really bad, actually. I mean, I'm assuming the market is going to go lower. I might just wait. A Pengu short. What's that doing? 77 on 3x. See, $10 potential stop loss for a $4 profit. That's the worst trade. Risk versus reward. It's not worth it otherwise. I wouldn't short because I'm debating taking profits early on my Sol short. Yeah, I mean, market's coming back a little bit, but yeah. 7 red candles, be green in the next 15-minute candle. I mean, yeah, it's a lot in it. It's a lot. Assuming that we don't get any macro, like, bad news, which obviously we're watching right now, but don't let the FOMO get you. Bear trap. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Man, tired. Tired. There is nothing going on here, though. The market feels really quiet. Not seeing anything. I thought we might got a little bit of like Iran news, but yeah, not so much. What's this? 1.65 billion stock selling could hit the markets next week per JP Morgan. So, I mean, there is this view that kind of stocks are going to sell off as well. I mean, everyone's kind of in this world where we're going to get this kind of crazy big week, which I think people are naive to believe that this week's going to be bullish for the markets. I can't help but kind of feel like they're wrong. I closed half my Sol short. Decent. What's Solana at? 72. Only 0.6. I mean, yeah, still a nice trade. I mean, I still think it probably comes lower. Trouble is on the 15-minute, yeah, it's like prices don't really mean a lot. But, I mean, look at that on the hourly chart. I mean, yeah. It's going down. It's the LM Timber. 45 minutes till the market opens. Don't forget, if you haven't already, smashed up the like button to a brand new all-time high. And don't forget, check out all the exclusive benefits at 2bitcrypto.com. If you want this trading indicator, it's free. Head over there. You want to sign up to BitUnix or Weeks? Get over there. Sign up. Get some amazing bonuses. 1 second, I just need to close this curtain. Too many people walk past my house and are like, what the hell is this guy doing? Because obviously they can see a bright light and obviously my room is a little bit pink. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Happy Father's Day to all the dads here. Shout out to you, One Arm Bandit. What's going on, buddy? Did you say we had some stuff coming up this week? I can't remember if you told us or not, or was that just Starmer thing? So there's allegedly, it is all allegedly at the minute, there is a vote on the Clarity Act. They're going to try and push that through. Obviously, there is a view that Starmer resigns. I think Trump even announced it, right? Or is that me made up? I feel like I saw the tweet about it. So if Starmer resigns, the equity market might get a little bit more interesting. Which could be interesting. Which could certainly be interesting. But yeah, hold on a minute. 9 minutes ago. Trump War Room. Is this a post right now? Oh no. Trump War Room 20 minutes ago. Yeah, Donald J. Trump, look at that. Keir Starmer will resign as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He failed badly on 2 very important subjects, immigration and energy, which would be kind of wild right now. But this is saying that breaking. Oh no, what's this saying here? Trump War Room 9 minutes ago. I don't know how is this. The headline in the corrupt and failing New York Times, what changed after almost 4 months of war? And this is not much really. Their military's done, their navy's gone, their air force is gone, their launching pads, missiles, drones, and manufacturing the same is also gone. Their economy's broken, their soldiers aren't being paid, the Hormuz Strait is open, the oil is gushing, the US stock market and jobs are at record highs. That's what's changed, you corrupt and unethical cowards. Man, Trump is going ham on these. So, but yeah, outside of that, at a economic level, Thursday we have PCE coming in, right? So Thursday PCE is going to come in. You got GDP growth again coming in for the US, and you've got PPI as well coming in as well. So that could be interesting. Again, lots of them look like a slight tick up. We will see. I have a bet on Kelsey Starmer will not resign before July 1st, being holding for 2 months now. Your opinion? I mean, I have no idea, mate. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. The only thing I would say is, why would Trump post that he's going to quit? It would be interesting now Andy Burnham's come in, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to commit to it, if I'm honest. I would have no idea, really. So I mean, this is where it is right now. Obviously, I'm not advocating for any kind of gambling at all, by the way, but just to give you a view of where it is. So yeah. Oh, where's Starmer? I thought it was on the screen, wasn't it? What the hell? What's happened to it? Oh, here we are. Look, Keir Starmer departure announced before June 23rd is 67%. Before June 27th is 80%. Man, so they reckon he's going to go this week. I mean, it's pretty wild, right? Before July the 1st, 87% chance. Before August the 1st. I mean, it's pretty wild, right? Watch me capitulate late. I mean, potentially, yeah. Subscribe, like, and share. Let's all team together. Nice. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, that's wild. I mean, this is obviously coming down. So you've got, I mean, 22nd. This would be Tuesday, right? 22nd tomorrow. Yeah, this will be Tuesday. I mean, it is wild that he said it, but yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it one-armed. Love it. Love it. Right, Bitcoin struggling, heading down, baby. It is heading down exactly as we said it would. Doesn't mean that we are absolutely going to nuke to the downside, but it certainly feels like it's playing out. We've got like 40 minutes left until we get market open, which is going to be very interesting today, I think. Very, very interesting. The obvious view would be that the market is going to give it up. Now, what could happen, though, is this market could capitulate right now, and then it maybe doesn't take as big a sting as what we are expecting when the market reopens. But, yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Liquidations are starting to flow in now. $33 million in longs are now in the last hour. That's pretty wild. It's 50% of the entire daily longs just got nuked in the last hour. Pretty wild, right? Pretty wild. Ba 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 ba. 2-bit pull up, beloved. A rave coin chart. Man, what is that doing right now? I didn't know that. I noted, by the way, that AVAX actually outperformed volume for more volume than Zcash. I mean, which is pretty wild, right? Is it this one? Market cap 8 million with 4 Gs in liquidity. Was it on? Where was it on? It was on BSC, wasn't it? I'll do it on here. It's easier. $0.26. Ah, Brit. Look at that. Look at that mess. We should have shorted that from here. That would have just been the best short in the world, wouldn't it? Just absolutely nuke that. Absolutely terrible. The life and soul, unfortunately, of a meme coin, hey? Wild. Or not necessarily just every meme coin, but one that was centrally governed. Which market opens now? So the US market's open in 39 minutes. 39 minutes. So we'll stay. Normally Sundays we do see the. That is a legendary shop. Sunday nights we do normally stay open for the market opens. Man, look at this. Look at the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. I mean, they have just announced some stuff on the Japanese yen, right? Have you seen that? Did you see that, everybody? I think I must have deleted. That's super annoying. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, I thought I'd seen this. I don't know if you guys have seen this, by the way. 21.3 billion Japanese National Pension Fund is now going to allocate 1% to the crypto market. Hey, nice. Bitcoin 2.0, 21,000 total tokens. Oh, it's DYOR. Bitcoin 2. Pretty wild, right? Pretty wild. I always think if you're trading anything to do with Bitcoin, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, no dramas, Craig. Adios, manyo. See you tomorrow, mate. See you tomorrow, or hopefully. Yeah, SpaceX at 180 as well is an interesting short, right? Lunar Classic is getting nuked. No surprise. Stock market is going to be the interesting one, though. Gold still looking very, very bearish. Oil starting to just look a little bit more interesting as well. I mean, maybe we should have the Q futures up as well. But yeah, the yen, Craig. Craig's bullish on the yen. Gotta get it, Craig. Gotta catch them all. It's the yen. Right, Bitcoin, exactly. Who said that this was going to wick back up? Curtis, was it you? Was it you, Curtis? Look at that. Basically, it's not a good short. It's people trying to short it and it couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I imagine so. I'm usually just buying and holding. I don't really trade. Yeah, well, I mean, look, this is a channel for everybody. We've got some traders in here. We've got some, just some holders. Yeah, look at this market right now. Liquidating the longs, by the way. Sorry, the shorts. Absolutely wild. You got to be careful in this market. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's worth just sitting on your hands and waiting to see what hell happens. I mean, if this gets back to here, by the way, this could be a super interesting short though from there. That would be the previous support, obviously where the previous move came down from, just below the 200. So 63,774 might be an interesting short if you could get it. Qatar was bombed. Yeah, Larry, we saw that. Yeah, we just looked at that. We just looked at it. So doesn't feel like there's super loads coming out about it though. It's not like we're getting more announcements. I thought we might get a little bit more information, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. Let me have a look. Search Iran. Massive explosion. Yeah, we looked it on the map. So, recap. Mario Nafal. What's he giving us here? Look. Powerful explosion at the Ras Laffan industrial city, Qatar's largest gas facility. Iranian delegation left negotiations in Switzerland. Mediators from Qatar and Pakistan asked Trump to issue a conciliatory tweet to save the talks. Trump had been calling for partial Israeli withdrawal from South Lebanon. Iran rejects any uranium stockpile reduction, says its nuclear file is off the table until the US, Israel meet all commitments. Trump reportedly told Iran exactly what happens if they close Strait of Hormuz. You close it and you won't have a country. You won't even make it back. I mean, it's kind of wild that he said that, right? Sorry, I've got an itchy head. Kind of wild that he said that. So that's where we are. That is where we are at this moment in time, which is creating this kind of real nervousness in the market. No surprise. Sunday night sell-off starting to hit better than Sunday night's football. Yeah, I know. It's wild, right? It's wild. But it always seems to then end with a mild Sunday night pump as well. If you remember last Sunday, we sort of got this little sort of sell-off and then it wicked back up, took out loads of shorts and then dumped again. Can still break down though. Yeah, I mean, we said, didn't we? If that could have wicked a little bit higher, that would have been a nice short. 63.7 could be an interesting short. Trump is a gangster who doesn't care if Iran doesn't make and agree on the threat. He is making them think about it as hard as they can. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, it's like, I think if the Hormuz thing ends, i.e. Trump does go and say, look, if ships start flowing through there and Iran doesn't do anything about it, like, it's over, isn't it? That is definitely done and dusted. Good night, Vienna. But yeah, I mean, some real volatility coming in the market right now, which is kind of wild. Kind of wild. Is creating the opportunity for many, given the fact that we're seeing these significant liquidations coming in as well. So pretty wild, right? Dollar pumping means risk on assets may be weak. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's normally what happens if the DXY starts to give it up a little bit. I mean, it's kind of flat-ish, but it is in an upward trend. So yeah, DXY, it'll all be dependent on oil, I think. If oil spikes, gold, I think nukes again. I think that dumps again, but yeah, let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. It is definitely interesting out there in crypto land. Oh. I mean, everyone is still kind of talking about the Sailor narrative that he's going to just end up creating the kind of big collapse in the crypto market, which is kind of interesting when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, man, he's going to buy more Bitcoin tomorrow as well, which probably tells me that this market may wick and then may dump. But yeah, Curtis, likewise, my DCA bots are set to buy. Do you think hitting the short right now is a good lead? No, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think. The only way I would say that it was worth it is if you could trade with really low margin, really low leverage and probably reasonably good margin, because you'd be wanting to set this. In my view, if I was going to short this market, I'd probably look for an entry either here or here. This is probably the better entry, especially where we are. And then I'd trade it to below that, and you trade the stop just above. It's a pretty big trade. It's a 1.44 ratio. But you're only on the 15-minute chart, so it depends if you're scalping or trying to go a little bit higher. But yeah, I mean, you wouldn't. Yeah, you would want it as that, which probably means you'd probably want your entry here at like 64,000 if it got a wick back up. That'd probably what I would be looking at. Which is why I don't think it's worth trading personally at the minute for where it is. I mean, you look at that on the 30-minute chart. It's just such a risk if you're going to trade this short. If you are going to trade the short, you need to sit there, watch it, and probably take the short from here, 63.6, and then try and grab it as a 63.4, like super. You probably want a low margin, high leverage on a really short trade, like $100 on like a 50x leverage or something like that. But yeah, the risk you got is you're heading into market open, which could be really. And what normally happens, by the way, is that everyone's going to anticipate this market's going to dump. In my opinion, we can actually track this. We can bring up the. We can bring up where people are feeling right now. Is it this one that we need? Yes. So we can see this on the 24. So where is the leverage going in right now? So there's loads of leverage piling in here. So this will be if the price wicks up, then these shorts get liquidated, which tells us that everyone's anticipating the price is going to go down. So the risk is way to the upside. So people are pricing this market's going to go down, which is kind of wild, right? So yeah, it definitely feels like markets are going to price the short term, i.e. it's going to push down, which then may go the other way. My short is from 64,180 with 75x. Nice. 64,180. Yeah, it's probably not that far. Yeah, that's like here. That's a nice short, actually. You pretty much got the top of this move. Hi, so is the US market open in 16 hours from now? I think you had got like no. The futures market for the US markets opens in 30 minutes. So the main US market for trading opens in like 2:30 my time, so like 16 hours. But the futures market opens in 30 minutes. So that's what we're looking at. Because the futures market will essentially give you an idea or an indication of where the actual main market's going to open. So futures markets open for the US in 30 minutes. And that's what we're going to wait and see. Towards capitulation of the crypto market incoming. Crypto Hunter. Yeah, potentially. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like super crazy. Like I said, my low predictions have always been around 55,000. I think that's as low as it gets. I'm not in a world of 30K. I don't believe it gets to 40. Like, I think 55, I'd be happy at 55. I mean, like I said, I'm buying now. I've been buying for 3 weeks. I'm just not doing anything crazy. I'm not buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth. I'm just buying little bits. I've got my DCA bots in that whenever things wick down, it buys. I don't even have to touch it. It takes the emotion out of it. And essentially, I therefore get prices at the price I want rather than the price I'm having to FOMO in. He's doing it right now. Just came out, popping up, just put in a wick before going lower. I mean, yeah, you could say that. The thing is, I think this is the worst time to trade. In my personal opinion, it's the worst time because you've got market dynamics coming in for what the US future is going to look like. You've obviously then got some large amounts of capital messing around. Like every single time I've lost like decent sized trades have always been Sundays. Always. Hence why I'm not going to trade this. I'll just sit tight and wait and see what happens. Made 8,900 off Sol today. Nice, bro. Nice. It's too late to short. I can't find shorts. I've been trying for the last few hours. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you were to get a big wick on market open and you set a short at 64.038, I don't necessarily believe this market does anything other than tanked, unless something comes out and they're like, Iran's agreed a deal with Trump. But Why would they walked out of the talks in Switzerland? Like, what? Like, I just don't see that happening right now. The other bit that could tank the market really strongly would be if any ships get attacked in the Straits of Hormuz. So that could be a real negative on this market right now. But again, you're trying to balance risk versus reward. And at the minute, I think the risk is higher than the reward. Hence why I'm just like, whatever. I'm not taking this trade on right now. I'll sit tight. Sit tight and wait and see what happens. We have 28 minutes for the market opens. We'll watch we'll watch what the market looks like. We'll definitely keep Bitcoin on one side and maybe the NASDAQ or something on the other side. We'll see. I don't really think the Iran talks actually matter so much. Well, they matter from from market sentiment. Because if you've got bad news in Iran, then markets, although they have counter trended in terms of strikes, they've definitely dumped when talks have failed. Definitely. I feel like that's been a thing. These talks, that's more bullish than bearish. Do you think? I'm not sure. Iran said they won't stop enriching uranium. Yeah, which is bad news. And they will hand it over to Trump. And again, there's a lot of discussion right now that, this is just delay tactics. All these delay tactics in order to enrich a bomb and get nearer to being able to do it. Because once they get to the point where they've got it, you've got basically a country like North Korea, which is like no one dare touch them because they could launch a fucking nuke. And that's just not good for anybody. Like, for anybody. Like, we don't need more people with nukes out there. Definitely not. Definitely not. Okay. So let's just put on there. What's the next football match? Uruguay versus Cape Verde. Man, that's going to be hilarious. So yeah, so everything is just the explosion right now at Qatar's largest gas facility. Would be pretty weird. Would be pretty weird for it to have just been a coincidence. Like, it's just randomly blown up, as opposed to it being an Iran attack. But I mean, equally, like the whole Iran thing could be pretty wild. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. My indicator is giving this as a good short right now. It's telling, hey, this might be pretty tasty. This might be tasty if you fancy it. Yeah, difficult one at the minute. Difficult one. I agree. 100%. I don't think anyone should have nukes, really. I think that it's all bad news. Like, nuclear weapons are just bad. Bad. The world does not need it. And the only people that are probably worthwhile having nukes are anyone with any sort of normal sense, which I don't really know who that is, by the way, because I think anyone can go mental. But, we don't need more. We need less nuclear weapons, not more. All right. No one needs to end the world. As a preference, there's too much good going on in the world right now. Too much good going on in the world. Right, let me stick that back up there. We've looked at liquidations. We've looked at the Japanese. Order books look pretty interesting still. Order books look pretty interesting. So, yeah. Hopefully we can kind of see that one still going up. I can't get that song out, man. Yeah, revisit JTO on the daily. It's still bullish. Oh, excuse me. It's still bullish, though. 02, what's going on, my man? Let's go Advantis AI. It never gets old. It never, ever gets old. Have they ever turned up anywhere else? I mean, Chris was a decent guy. What was the other guy called that was a part of Advantis AI? He had a YouTube channel as well. What was he called? I can't remember his name. Like, have they ever turned up doing something else? Because loads of them seem to disappear, don't they, for a while, and then they worm their way back into the market. I can't remember what he's called. Justin Moonshot. Was that what he's called? That wasn't called that, was he? Justin Moonshot. The Dutch guy. I remember. On the daily candles, it's saying long on JTO. Is this the right one? JTOU. I've got this wrong. Matt Mortier, that's him. Yeah, caution on the bullish move. Yeah, so this is kind of saying like this could be the entry here. So it's looking for a caution entry. So if you go to okay, yeah, I did actually see this. Oh, what did I call that? What did I call that indicator page, Mark, that I sent you? Is it that? No, what is it? Man, I've totally forgot what that page is. Where did I send it to? Mark here. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay, fine. There it is. All right. So yeah, according to the entry is what's it saying? Caution. So yeah, so what it's saying here is that you've got caution there on the entry on a long zone. So where the price is near a potential pullback entry zone, which is literally here. So it's kind of saying that this is a long, but you should be mindful of the trade right now. But yeah, this is entering the point where if you were going to go long on this, this is kind of the perfect place to do it. Is what it's saying right now. The invalidation is at 0.432, which is this low end here, but yeah. Husky says 2-bit when wrecked. Yeah, I mean, as I've said many times before, we could launch it, but I don't think it's a good idea, personally. I mean, I want to see what happens with this other one that we're in, the alpha call, because that could be interesting to see what that does. Again, I'll post some updates on that I got from the team as well. But yeah, do you think Levi in the building says, do you think JTO will go up like Injective? I don't know too much about it, but Fat Sonic's pretty bullish on it right now. But yeah, the indicator agrees with you, Fat Sonic. Harry says, so no clarity at July 4th, then no surprise. I mean, there's allegedly going to be some emergency meetings this week. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens. I think that's kind of where we're at. Maybe we get some good news, maybe we don't. But it feels hard to believe. This is the daily chart, yeah. Feels hard to believe that we're going to get it. But yeah, I was messing around. I don't know if you were here, Husky, the other night. I've been messing around with like the potential, what the potential website could look like, just because it's fun to sort of do slightly different websites. I don't know if you saw it the other night. I was kind of, I think I kind of showed people what it looked like. Kind of cool, actually. It's kind of fun. So I don't know if you saw this. Look, this was just kind of the kind of what this could look like. The broke rabbit, the margin rabbit, the Ethereum rabbit, the community builder. I mean, the little rabbit icon's a bit weird, but Lambo rabbit, moonshot. Yeah. I have zero idea what JTO I think it relates to solve, but it's, yeah. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, to be honest. Sorry, I'm just typing something. Why does the rabbit not look like the rabbit? Yeah, it's again, it's just it can. It's not deployed anywhere. That's just native on my, it's just like the host on my computer. But yeah. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Hey, Casey, thank you so much, man. As always, we appreciate you moderating this stuff from there. We'll catch you in a flips. I'm going to move TikTok just to here. Only for the next 18 minutes. And then market opens and then I'm out of here after that. But yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. I mean, Bitcoin wicking back to the upside right now, which is kind of interesting, right? Which again, should and could give you that entry point that we were talking about here. So Bitcoin now to 63,800. So definitely this kind of idea of like wicking people out and certainly trying to capitulate this market, which is kind of interesting as well. Exactly what we see on the market. So whoever that bloke was asking earlier, should I short the market? It's exactly the reason why I wouldn't be. It's exactly the reason why I'd be waiting, take the confirmation when it's there, rather than just try and trade on FOMO. I was going to call it FOMOtion then, on FOMO or hype. Like you would have got wrecked on that trade if you'd have got in there. Ah, man, I can't move. My back's killing me. My back is killing me right now. I need a new chair. Oh. Oh. Don't forget, if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, do so, by the way. Would be great if you did. Oh, built on decent shorting structure. I just missed it for now. Yeah, I mean the same. Yeah, I mean I was talking about when we came live, and I was like, man, this market feels like it's gonna dump, and then I didn't do anything. I couldn't even get signed into my account because it's on that phone that I've got TikTok on right now. But yeah, I mean, look at this market right now. 63,800 feels like it could even go back up to 64. So you know we'd have gone in a little bit early, as we said. Maybe the next price point, 63,908, might be an interesting short. But like I said, my view is I would sit tight. See what happens here for the futures market before everyone kind of go in. Everyone must be having fallen asleep. Yeah, busy day of Father's Day, you see. Not like the real ones that are still here, Curtis, making it happen. Making it happen. We got like 50 people in the stream. So yeah, smash up the like button if you're still here. If you're still here, by the way, let me know. Let me know in the chat you guys are still here. Like I said, we'll hang out to market open and then we'll see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens. I'll probably want to get off after that and probably lay down flat as my back is absolutely killing me. I didn't realize it was this painful, actually, but hey, it's fine. Yeah, we said that, didn't we? We said that. And then we head into a new week, which will be interesting as well. So obviously we're just trying to see if there's any news on Iran. That's going to be for me, the sort of crux of everything going on right now, but it doesn't feel like there's anything new that I can see anywhere. I can see. So Trump on Iran, blah, 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 blah. Trump says Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon. Okay, I think we've seen that before as well. 25 minutes ago, the headline of the corrupt affair in New York. Okay, yeah, that's nothing new as well. So yeah. Nothing really new. It is just what it is. It's just worthwhile sitting and see what's going on in the markets right now. I think it's overhyped. It's always an excuse to... Yeah, I mean, the problem is on a Sunday, you've got such low liquidity out there. It's like, well, what's going to actually happen? Like, the market can move so crazy on a Sunday, can't it? If you think about it. I've seen the movie play out again and again. Yeah, I know. We've all seen this kind of the classic playbook. Dump the market, wait till everyone kind of starts to short the market, then push the market back up. Everyone then like, oh my god, the market's going back up. It's fine, and then dump the market again. Like pretty wild, right? Pretty wild. Philippines and RWA. This is, I mean, there's just loads of stuff about Trump, but nothing really interesting. Nothing really interesting. I want to sleep. Market is ridiculous. Yeah, the market is ridiculous right now. Bjorn, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, again, when you look at the futures market, there's not a lot going on. CNN futures have it pretty neutral, I think is fair to say. And price action is kind of wild here on the 15-minute. The 30-minute looks a bit more interesting. But yeah, outside of that, nothing really new to report. So smash up the like button, everybody. If you're brand new to the channel as well, don't forget we stream 6 days a week, keeping you locked into the market. Also, if you are interested to get a little bit more access, do check out my private Discord. All right, link in the bio. What's going on, Bjorn? Hello from Norway. Massive legend. BTC is the hardest crypto asset to trade, in my opinion. Bitcoin, well, I mean, I find some altcoins. I mean, I tried to long hype, and I would have nailed that trade if I had a bit more margin, but it was like, oh, I'll just trade what I've got in my account, like whatever. Not really going to make much of a difference. Turns out, probably would have done. Probably would have done. Potts McBlaze in the building. What's going on, my man? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. What the keep in mind on hype, which I don't even believe it happened because I thought it wouldn't happen already. I mean, hype's a wild one, right? Hype is a wild one that, yeah, I felt that it was going to do something big for a while. But then kind of hasn't. It's kind of been pretty flat, hasn't it, really? Right, what are we on? I'm long, stop loss 61, TP 84. Nice. I mean, look at Bitcoin right now. Like, it is genuinely trying to, like, wick back up, which is kind of wild, if you ask me. Kind of wild, if you ask me. But look how cool this is. What I was clicking, by the way, was I was just messing around with the website. Look at this. Look at this website. Look, it's made a little. Look at the mouse cursor. Oh man, it is wild. AI is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Bruh. It's pretty wild, right? Don't get wrecked, become the rabbit. There you go. I don't know what this is doing here, though. Sorry, I'll move on. Kind of cool, though. You can do that, though. Right. Anyway, where are we at? What are we got for market open, by the way? Made 105% on Sol Friday and Saturday. Now I'm out. Nice, bro. I like that. 9 minutes, everybody. Okay, TikTok, you need to come back on. Start watching the charts again. So we'll have both charts open here on the screen so you can see. What are we going to watch here? We'll watch Bitcoin on the left. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. So Bitcoin here on the 5-minute chart on the left-hand side, just because it's a bit more interesting. And we'll watch... What do we normally watch here? We normally watch gold on this side, don't we? So let's put gold on this side as well, on the 5-minute chart as well. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Might be a pretty interesting chart. Might be a pretty interesting launch. We will see. Again, I'm not seeing... No headlines are coming in, by the way. So there's nothing really that's like telling us, hey, you know, Trump's like said this or said that. It's all just about this bloody failed meeting Oh, wow. Okay, we do have some breaking news, by the way. So, Qatar's Ministry of Interior confirmed that an internal explosion occurred at the factory in the Ras Laffan industrial area. Just so you know, Ras Laffan is one of the largest in the according to him. It's due to a technical malfunction and that many were injured. While authorities stated there was no hazardous leak posed a danger. Civil defense teams are currently managing the situation. Wow. So this is not an Iranian attack. Man, that's crazy, right? Have you tried VRVP indicator? Yes, I have the VRVP indicator. I just don't have it in my chart. Or have I deleted it? I might have deleted it. But yeah, but I have that kind of tracking volume here at the bottom as well. This is my own personal indicator, so yeah. But I have used the VRVP. Yeah. It's really a shame that the media wants to always highlight failure and literally the strong arm of Iran. Yeah, it's kind of wild, right? Market might even market might rally a little bit right now. So where are we at? Oh, we need to get. I know what we need to get up. We need to get up the clock. Here we go. Look, 22:53, baby. We're counting them down. Yeah, God, yeah, we missed the short as well. So 22:53. Again, it's 11 o'clock. It opens for futures in New York. So we'll see. Got to be in it for years. Love it personally. Yeah, it's good. It's good. This indicator here tracks like 16 different indicators into it. So it kind of gives us where it thinks like liquidity levels are, where it thinks current trades are, where it thinks entry and exit levels are, all that kind of stuff. By the way, you can get it free at 2bitcrypto.com, so check it out. But yeah, right, we have 6 minutes until market opens, everybody. 6 minutes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then you definitely should so. Also, if you're on TikTok, you should hit the follow. That way, you make sure that you are following everything and what I'm all about. But yeah, you can go to 2bitcrypto.com here. There I am, look. And this pulse indicator is going to give you the indicator that I have. Now, it does give you a few examples of what it has in there. So it's got EMA structure, momentum, VWAP, ADX, clean outputs, HTF bias, reversal risk, liquidity sweeps, etc. All these kind of stuff, as well as some other stuff that goes into it as well. So it is currently non-public source code. I've kept it myself, but it's an indicator I personally built. And so far, it's been exceptionally good. All right. I know there's quite a few people using it. I don't know how many people are using it now. It's like nearly like 200 or something. But it's been very, very good. Very good. Again, it's not a guarantee, but it's certainly helped me in my trading. And I know it's helped a number of people as well that are starting to use it. Now, what you see on my screen is actually the V2 version, and we have a V3 version coming out pretty soon as well. They will both be paid by month. So it's going to be like, I don't know, it'll be like $8 a month or something crazy like that to use it. But yeah, it's pretty good if you ask me. I think it's done very, very well for many people using it to trade as well. So WTI pushing maybe a bit. Where are we at? 1.64. Futures up a little bit. So yeah, I'm very biased that people are too emotional and reacting too hard to Iran. Yeah, 100%. Again, my thesis, my strategy, everything's locked in. I'm like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm happy for it to go down. I'm ready for it to go down. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let me know what you think. It'd be great to get a testimony up on the website for you. Like unapologetically me, you know, use the indicator and says that it was fucking great and their trading was never as good as when they were using it. That'd be cool. So yeah, feel free to use it. It's totally free to use it. Obviously the V2 and the V3 versions will not be but you know, my view, if it's $8 a month and it's literally making your trading so much easier, it's like, God, some of these things are like $100 a month. You know, we want to make sure that people can do it and hopefully it works out. I tried the fee indicator. Nice, Fat Sonic. From what people have gathered, and certainly the feedback I've had so far is that, yeah, it's allowing people to make sensible decisions, and it's certainly working out. It worked when I did, which was actually surprising. There you go, Fat Sonic. I mean, like I said, it is one of those things I genuinely think, it's not like, I sound like a bit of a knob here, but it's generally been built with all the things I think are important to markets and all the things that I think people trade with just coming together. I assume you have another one that's not the same. Yeah, so the one you used is not the one you see on my screen. So this is the V2 version. Fat Sonic, I can give you access to it if you want, but I don't want it public yet because I want to. This sounds selfish, but again, I've built something I think is really good. I want to charge on a monthly fee for it. So if you want to use it, then feel free. Yeah, the liquidity. I know the liquidity one. Again, what this is doing is it'll just tell you when you've got big sweeps in liquidity. It's hard to actually pull the liquidity data into it. I did try, but yeah. Absolutely been in this for 5 years, so I'm always looking for new strategies. Not selfish. Nice. Yeah, check it out. TripperCrypto.com. Stick it on your chart. Try it. And let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate the feedback on it. Like I said, so far, it's been very, very good and very, very helpful. Fat Sonic, I will DM you the link that you need to access it. All right. But don't share the link, please. And I'll also DM you the link to the website of which it's on there, so you can get there. In fact, I might even be able to just DM you the. But let me do that now while it's here. But just don't share it, all right? Because I'd rather not have that leaked personally. I'm not going to use it. All right, fine. Fuck you then. Don't use it then. You massive. I'm kidding. Oh dear. It's fine. But yeah, if you want to use it, then feel free. Right, we've got 2 minutes, everybody, till market opens. We are at 22:57 here. Remember, market opens at 11 p.m. for me here in the UK. So all eyes, gold on the right, Bitcoin on the left. Let's see what happens. Well, place your predictions now, everybody. Place your predictions right now. We've got 1 minute and 40 seconds until market opens. We do this every Sunday, by the way. We do watch for market opening on a Sunday to give us an idea of where the market's going to go. So, yeah, get ready, in my opinion. And, yeah, look, my view is I'm going to say a short, sharp wick up, followed by a zoom to the downside. That's my opinion, all right? I may be wrong. We will see. Gold, I think, could be... I think gold ends up down here somewhere. I'm going to say gold's at like 41.50 or something. 41.25. Here we go, then. 1 minute and 10 seconds, everybody. We're on the countdown. 1 minute and 10. 1 minute and 10. If you give me something to try, okay, well, yeah, you can try it. You don't have to, like, publicly go on screen and be like, oh, my God, 2bit's the greatest messiah on the planet. I think he's the best. But, yeah, let me give you the link, which I think you can then get it from there. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm going to DM you it now. Right, 40 seconds, everybody. If you go to that page, that's got the website, the information, and it should have the link to attach it to your, it'll attach it to your chart. So, yeah, go and check it out. Again, try it. You don't have to, but it's worth it. 64,100, 64,200, and then down again. H-line. Innovative saying BTC is going to fly. I think BTC gobbles up all the gold. Do you reckon, Peter Max, yeah? Okay, we got 10 seconds, everybody. Turn 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, markets are open, everybody. Let's see what happens. Gold dumped. I told you it would. Bitcoin's getting nuked. Holy shit. Okay, BTC 63.6. Man, why did we short this market? Like, what the hell is wrong with you all? We should have shorted this market. Gold is trying to bounce back. Man, silver opened 2.5% down. Wow. Look at that silver. That is terrible. Wow. Yeah, big wick down there. The S&P only marginally down, about 0.15. The NASDAQ, as we said, 1.2 to the downside. That's a pretty wick down. Oil, marginally wicking up. Not as bad as I thought it was going to do, actually. So oil is sitting at around 1.4 here on WTI, 1.6 on Brent. So nothing super crazy right now. So gold still at 0.3. That looks like it's heading down. Silver looks like it's getting absolutely nuked right now. Copper isn't going to save anybody, so I think that's coming down. Bitcoin, 63.6. Absolutely, the short was the trade. I did think we'd get a wick back up, but we are only a minute into the trade right now, so we will see where this goes. But Bitcoin, 63.6. Gold coming back up again. Altcoins looking pretty naff. BTC dominance down about 0.09 as well. So, yeah, gold bouncing back a little bit. Silver still looking rather bearish. The Russell down. The S&P. I mean, if the S&P nukes, and that could be pretty interesting in fairness. If the S&P was to push down, then I think you could get some sort of announcement from Trump or something. He would come out and say something. But yeah, somehow I'm swing trading right now. Everything should what? Should give. I don't know what that means. Man, look at gold spiking back up. Holy crap. Gold might be about to go green. That's wild. That is wild. That is a pretty volatile opener on the gold market. Opened up at 41,439. That is crazy, if you ask me. So, President Trump may take over Strait of Hormuz if Iran deal is not reached. That's fine. President Trump just torched the Iranian mullah's fantasy of choking oil supplies with the ferocious ultimatum of the strait. You close it, and you have a country. Okay, we know about that. Senator Graham said that the Iran deal fails. Trump should take the Straits of Hormuz by force. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, a trader known for perfect trade. It's all nonsense, these. I swear to God, people put this in. Am I following that person? No. Why would that even come up on mine? Get away from here. I don't even want to do that. So many people like, oh, this 100% accurate trader just longed oil. It's like, shut the flipping heck up. You know, what are you talking about? Okay, 9 minutes ago, please. Sony, okay, fine. The Iranian Raj just hit an all-time low against the US dollar. All right, no one cares about that. So gold is holding up. Bitcoin doing about the same. Man, that was probably a pretty flat market open. I thought we were going to get way more volatility than we actually had. Markets are just pretty flat right now. Gold now gone green on the day. Silver looking pretty bearish right now. The S&P still sitting around 0.15. Bitcoin is 63.7. Can't believe all my trades are still alive, but I still have a long bias. There we go. There we go. All right. Somehow, I said that, didn't I? So, yeah, I mean, look, the markets are pretty flat. Like, who would have thought it? I thought we'd get way more volatility than we had in the markets. So, yeah, I mean, 23.03, we're 5 minutes into the day. Oil looks like it's sitting pretty at around 164 up on the day. Gold looks like it's trying to push, and Bitcoin might do the same here. So this trade may end up playing out. Definitely an interesting day, setting us up probably for some more broader announcement here in the crypto market. Worthwhile staying very much tuned in. 80K by the end of the week, BTC innovative. That's pretty wild. Breaking US equity markets open lower as investors await what's going on with the RAM, which we all said that was going to happen. So cool. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in for the extended Sunday night stream. We appreciate your time. We'll be back tomorrow night as always, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. in the UK. Weirdly, the views right now on this live stream are 668. It was 666 a minute ago. But we'll be back with all the latest and greatest. So smash up the like button to run your time. Make sure you follow me on TikTok as well. You don't want to follow these random accounts that basically are going to try and take your money. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with the latest and greatest in the crypto community. So until then, thanks for watching, and see you back here tomorrow. Take care.